Little Caesars deliver, you'll save $5 or more over the other national chains on delivered pizza. It's the cherry on top of your pizza. Well, not an actual cherry, more of a metaphorical cherry, which is kind of a good band name. Hello, we are Metaphorical Cherry! Pizza, pizza. Savings claim is based on the price of a delivered pizza order with delivery fees for the top 4 national pizza chains on a national basis. Comparison is based on 1 more large Little Caesars pizzas with up to 5 toppings and the other 3 pizza chains comparable large pizzas sold at everyday menu prices. Delivery available from participating locations with online orders only plus sales tax.
This is Southern California's only 24-hour local news and traffic station, KNX 1070 News Radio. Depend on us.
Good morning, I'm Rob Archer, and coming up, video game character sets a new record at the weekend box office.
The world's retailers have been hit by the coronavirus. That story's coming up in 5 minutes when Bloomberg checks your money.
Brutal morning on Southern California roads and freeways. 3 are killed in wrong-way crashes. These stories coming up in the next 15 minutes. But first, it's 9:15. Traffic and weather together every 10 minutes at the 5's Your Jeff Biggs.
A lot of problems, a lot of slowing right now in West LA. 405 northbound at National right before the 10. And this is a 2-car crash. But again, you're on the brakes all the way back at Venice Boulevard as this continues to build. So again, 2-car crash northbound 405. It's been going on for a few minutes now. They'll try to get that one wrapped up. We still have that signal working in Monrovia. This has been going on all morning long. 210 eastbound before Huntington Drive, one of the fatal car crashes that Rob was mentioning caused by a wrong-way driver early this morning. Only the right lane has been open for several hours, and the rest of the lanes are scheduled to be opened at some time this hour. Hasn't happened yet. Also, both on-ramps at Huntington to the eastbound 210 are still closed. New problem in Tustin, 5 northbound before the 55. A solo car spin out San Dimas, 10 eastbound at Villa Verde. There's a stalled car blocking the slow lane. Your next report coming up at 9:25. I'm Jeff Biggs with more traffic reports more often. KNX 1070 News Radio.
Temperature is very similar to what we felt yesterday, so near average. Mid-60s along the coast, lower 70s for LA and Orange County Metro, 73 for the Valley, 72 for the Inland Empire, upper 50s up in the mountains. Very similar conditions as we head into our President's Day, but we will see periods of offshore winds this week, and that will help boost up our temperatures above average, so some areas could even be pushing mid-70s by the start and the middle of this week. And then by the weekend, Saturday, looks like we have a chance of rain in the forecast. With Southern California's most accurate and dependable forecast, I'm CBS 2's Alex Biston for KNX 1070 News Radio.
54 degrees Burbank right now. It's 53 in Torrance, 55 in Anaheim at 9:17. Animation is back on top at the box office with the new movie Sonic the Hedgehog. Doing even better than expected. It's now on track to end up with a whopping $57 million of the long President's Day weekend, which is a new record for any film based on a video game. The movie actually uses a mix of computer animation and live action to tell the story of an alien creature who gets stuck on Earth and needs to ask for help getting home.
I shouldn't even be on this planet right now, but I am. And clearly, I'm not going to be able to do this on my own.
Last week's Winter Birds Parade is going to wind up second, this time with about $17 million, followed by a new horror version of the old TV show Fantasy Island and the new romantic drama The Photograph and the cop comedy Bad Boys for Life. When Apollo Masters, the company which supplies 75% of the vinyl for the record industry, was destroyed by fire recently in the Inland Empire, it left record store owners up in the air as to their future.
It wasn't that many years ago you couldn't even find a record player to play a vinyl record, but now for many stores, vinyl, new and old, makes up about 40% of sales. The loss of Apollo Masters, with its well-guarded way of making vinyl, could really send the industry reeling.
Certainly concerned about that, and it's just a terrible loss.
Jim Henderson is co-owner of Amoeba Records in Hollywood. He tells KNX this is just another thing they don't need.
Last year was a complete mess for the industry due to the direct shot consolidation that the major labels were trying to consolidate the distribution methods, and it really clogged up the distribution of the new vinyl.
While there are many variables, the cost of a vinyl album versus the same album on a CD is about twice as much. Henderson says it's difficult to predict the future on this, but there will be an effect. Bob Brill, KNX 1070 News Radio.
USC researchers have crunched the numbers. They produced a list of the 20 most dangerous intersections in Los Angeles. Sherman Way in Sepulveda and Van Nuys, that's on top.
There were 47 accidents at this corner last year. It's a pretty hectic place. Some people were surprised that it's listed as the worst intersection in L.A.
It is? Oh, wow. I'm not sure.
But he thinks he knows why it's so bad, why drivers get into trouble here at the intersection.
Playing with their phones a lot, that's the problem.
Yes, he thinks it's all due to distracted driving. Now, 6 intersections on that top 20 list are in Van Nuys, but this one, wow.
Honestly, there's too many cars and they're moving really fast.
He would know. He crosses on a bicycle. Another bad intersection, Sepulveda and Burbank Boulevard. That was 3rd on the list with 40 crashes. And intersections in Valley Glen, Northridge, and Panorama City also made that top 20 list. In Van Nuys, John Baird, KNX 1070, News Radio.
9:20, Jill Schneider checks your money.
When it comes to the coronavirus, most of the focus is, of course, on the human toll. But it's also hitting the world's retailers hard. Across China, the epicenter of the deadly outbreak, malls are closed, streets are empty, and tourism is tanking. Bloomberg's Eric Fanner says that's hurting a lot of companies like Burberry.
About 40% of their sales go to Chinese consumers. They're one of the most heavily exposed for sure.
Burberry says the outbreak has wiped out as much as 80% of its sales in China.
It's shocking. It's a huge amount. I mean, they're basically saying people just aren't visiting these stores anymore.
Other retailers feeling the pain include Nike, Canada Goose, and Japanese cosmetics maker Shiseido. One company apparently bucking the trend is L'Oreal. Chairman and CEO Jean-Paul Agone says this will be a temporary bump in the road.
It will not be forever, thanks God. And so it doesn't change anything to our confidence in the middle and long term.
Analysts say companies with a strong online presence may be able to lessen the brunt of the downturn. We check your money at 20 and 50 after each hour. I'm Bloomberg's Jill Schneider for KNX 1070 News Radio.
What does it take to cover Southern California's wildfires?
Pete Demetrio watching an intense fire battle.
More reporters on the ground bringing you the news as it happens.
Things went to hell in the last 90 seconds. My eyebrows are beginning to sink.
No other station gets you this close to the story.
Are you okay?